Okay guys, I was down there. I'm up here where those rocks are stacked and looking around, absolutely nothing. So I just want to kind of go over this with respect to, I don't want to get on a rant about it, but okay, you see the water down here, right? Okay, so I came this way, came all the way around, all the way over here, came up, did an L shape here, and now I'm faced back where I originally started, over over on that rock side. Now, what I want to do is just kind of give you some experience and observation, and just being out in the woods quite a bit is, let's say you had somebody that came out here and actually got a little disoriented for some reason. They're going to see these stacked rocks, and it's basically going to give them a sense of false hope. Because there's that tree right there, that's where I started, went east, came 170 here, okay, because I saw these rocks. Then there was another one stacked over there. There was another one stacked, or about 3 of them stacked over there, and then some actually stacked over there. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. What, a triangle. So what I'm saying is something left like this, and this could have been out here for like 10 years. Who knows? It can give one a sense of false hope if they're disoriented, because they'll be running to and fro. They'll find that one behind me. They'll run up here. They'll come over here, and all of a sudden, you once again you see vastness. Now I know where I am, because I know where the water is, you see. I've known people when I was leading hiking groups, literally, we could walk that, come here, and they would be disoriented even though that water was flowing that way. They would have no idea where they came from. So it happens, guys. I'm just kind of throwing that out a little bit. Just basic, land navigation, but I mean, I'm looking around. I am looking really, really, really hard to find any other stacked rocks, and I'm not seeing nothing. Oh, got a little diddle right over there. I'll go check it out, but it's not gonna lead me anywhere, I'm sure. This was just a big circle from the rocks. There, and here. It's like a circle. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of throw that out. Again, just reiterating, I'm not opposed to using them if you're doing an out and back, but to do wilderness navigation like this, it's just not a good idea, guys. I mean, to leave it, in one of my videos, flagging, if you are going to do any kind of flagging, just use biodegradable toilet paper, because the thing is in the first rain, or a good snow, it'll turn to nothing, and then you're leaving no trace. So, at any rate, yeah, guys. So hang tight, and I'm gonna head back this direction here, and probably get up on that up there. I want to get up there. I know where I am, and then once I get over this little hump, or once I get up there, I'll get the camera again. All right, guys. Well, here I am, right where I knew I'd be. 5 minutes over that way is where I was. All I did, now this water goes all the way around this big huge rock and comes over that way, right where we were. Now all I did was cut straight across here, simply, one, because I know this area, and two, I know that the water is 170 south. You see what I'm saying? And remember on the notepad that we had, water goes downhill, guys. So I mean, it's got to go somewhere. So what I'm saying is, you see how those rocks stacked up, or stoning the trail, if you will. I guess that's kind of an old school term. If you see stoning of the trail, that just means all those stacked rocks. They call them cairns. But Yeah, so they would get real confusing if someone was attempting to cut across here. I did it in about 5 to 7 minutes. Coming down that way from over there. I could have walked all this way, but I'm not going to walk. You see, it all gets blocked off right there. But that water comes from over behind that mountain over there. So, at any rate, what I'm attempting to convey, I guess, is do your own navigation. You got to first know where you are before you can get where you want to be. Got to know where you want to go too. So, at any rate, we'll just do some more fun navigation stuff, because up here a little bit is the area that I wanted to check out originally when I first talked about it in the video, just kind of stretching my legs. But that over there, where that water came from, and it was real inviting to go explore that. All right, guys, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys, I'm at this area that I wanted to kind of check out. There's no real trail up here. So what the situation is the trail is that way, okay? So if I just turn to my right, the trail is going to be that way, but it's down this big rock cliff formation, probably about 100, 150 feet. So if you just walk straight there, you'd fall right down onto the trail. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can take this upper formation and parallel the trail. That's what I want to see, okay? I know it's going to just get kind of out in the open and all over the place. So, well, before I say that, I don't know if you can hear it, but you can hear the creek. It's really a mini river. So you got the trail, and then you have the river. So that's my backstop, okay? The creek is not only my backstop from here, it's also a handrail. So if all else failed, and say you're coming from out here, okay, and you bump into this creek, and you know that by going south, which is basically that way, you're going to bump in, you're going to find your way down the trail. So these are just kind of little scenarios. Believe it or not, I ran into a group of kids and an adult leader. There must have been 10 kids and an adult leader out here in this spot a couple of years ago, literally out here. They were wandering around out here. I came from way out this way. You guys have seen the videos out there where I was hunting for the petroglyphs. Well, that's way up there. So I came back and they were wandering around in a circle. But the funny thing is, they took this. They came up this way, 100 feet, and they got disoriented. So it does happen. So what I'm doing is I need some landmarks. I got Ponderosa here, and then I've got that that mountain up there with that little peak, a little bit of snow. So on my map, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I've got two hands here. So all the way here, it says main trail. This is the spur trail, because there's a spur trail right over there. And it takes you out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you can't tell it. It's not really a trail. It's just, a little dent in the ground that you can see is worn. So I put mountain with snow rack, or peak. So what I'm going to do is, this is how I do it. So this, maybe this will come in handy someday. Okay, when you're just out walking around, you're familiarizing yourself with where you are, because you just came from a trail with a creek, right? So if you come wandering out here, you're getting the landmarks. But again, what I want to do is I want to see if I can take this ridge and parallel that trail. I don't know how far it's going to go, but I need a way to backtrack with the compass, because I mean, this could just it could drop off here and take me way out over in here, and I might not hear the water. So what I've done is, if I stand right here at this tree and I point my compass right directly from this tree to that peak, let's see here. I've got to adjust the compass. Again, hold on, hang tight. It's going to be a little bit of a long video. Let's see. Now I've got it set up for magnetic north here, okay guys? So I've got the declination already all figured out for my area right here. That's what you guys will need to do too. If there's declination, which there's going to be, you'll need to get that figured out for your area. All right, so there we go. I'm pointing from the tree right up to that peak, and what it's looking like is it is, I'll read this here, 110 degrees. Okay, from this tree pointing at that peak, it's 110 degrees, and that's how I'm going to write it out. Let's see here. This thing keeps twisting around. Hold on. There we go. Let's see. Whoop. I'm trying to do all this with one hand. Like I say, it's going to be a bit of a long video. Alright. Let's see. Alright, that's a little bit better. Let's see if I can set it down. Got a full pack here and everything else. There we go. A little bit better. Alright. Should have done that in the first place. So, what our reading actually is going to be... you see the needle move? The reason was, my knife went over it. Be careful of any metal. So, we'll call it here... It's actually 112 degrees. 112. Yeah, let's see. No. Looks more like 115 because 120 is right here. So I'll call it 115. It's a ballpark. So anyway, I'm going to start heading out that way. And then when I kind of get in the thick of it, I'll get the video back up. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line from this tree right here, pointing to that mountain, but 115 degrees. So, you know, I got a little bit of a trail thing coming here. I know this trail, so if I get messed up over here, all I got to do is line myself up with this, find that mountain over there, get myself pointed this way, and even if I'm over here and I walk, I've got this as a landmark because this tree's pretty tall. I should be able to recognize it. Okay, so just basic on the fly charting your own navigation stuff. Okay, all right.